What's good, Commanders fans, and happy free agency day. We have our first move with free agency, or really our second move, but our first free agent signing under the Adam Peters, Dan Quinn era. The first one was Zach Ertz a couple days ago, but this is the one under the new league year starting today at 12. And it is former Cowboy defensive end Dorance Armstrong. Not surprised at all with this one. I think Dan Quinn's going to make some more moves to sign some former Cowboys. Look out for Jaron Kearse. Look out for Stephon Gilmore. Look out for Dante Fowler, Jordan Lewis, all those guys. I think he's going to bring in a couple more Cowboys guys, as he brought up in his press conference. He named some names of guys that he talked about. Didn't say he's going to sign them in the press conference, but he talked about guys that, he used in different ways, like Jaron Kearse and whatnot. So don't be surprised. I mean, everybody knows this is going to happen. There's going to be a lot of Cowboy signings, probably some former Niners signings, probably some former Cardinal signings, as we already had with Cliff Kingsbury. So let's get into Dorance Armstrong. He's been pretty productive. He's been very, very productive the last couple of years. A rotational pass rusher. Only started one game last season. Was a former fourth-round pick out of Kansas. Stands at 6'4", 255 pounds. Improved every season. Got better. His rookie season only had played in 15 games, 1 start. 2019, 15 games, 0 starts. 2020, 16 games, 2 starts. And then 2021, 13 games, 5 starts. 2022, 17 games, 5 starts, and then also 2023, 17 games and only 1 start. But you look at the sack numbers, they went up every year. 2021, 5 sacks. 2022, 8.5 sacks. 2023, 7.5 sacks. So once Dan Quinn got there, the production went up, and I think Dan Quinn loves that a lot. So he can play DT. He has positional flex. I don't want to say those 2 words because of Ron, but he offers positional flex. You just look at some of the numbers. He had over 11% pass rush win rate over the past season, over the past 3 years. Yeah, he had pressure rates above 11% the last 3 years. So they have not come out with the dollar amount of how much he's getting, how long the contract is and stuff like that. They have not announced that at all just yet. But you look at the numbers, he does get to the quarterback for sure, playing alongside Micah Parsons, D-Law, guys like that. You look at some of his numbers, solo tackles, 20 tackles, 9 assists, 9 sacks, no forced fumbles, but he gets to the quarterback. And he stays healthy too for the most part. You look at some of the years he's played, he stayed healthy for the most part with 16 games, 17 games and whatnot. So he's really stayed healthy for the most part throughout his career. So we need an edge rusher bad. There also reportedly was interest in the other edge rusher, Josh Uche. Connor Hughes reported that. So they're trying to attack that edge rusher position. We need a pass rush with trading Chase Young, trading Montez Sweat. So I think this is a solid signing. His projected value is about $9 million per year. We got the money to spend it, so why not? We got the money to spend it, and we certainly need it for sure. Just want to look at some more stats before I wrap it up with Dorance Armstrong here. So looking at some of the numbers here, he had 35 pressures in 17 games, which tied him for 98th among qualified defensive players, 7.5 sacks, and then 8 this year, then 8.5 last year, 2022, and then he had a PFF grade of 69.6. which is just solid all around. So I think this is a solid signing. He is going to start most likely. He's going to be our starting edge rusher for sure. And I think this is a good signing for sure. So there's some other stuff. Solid to stop in the run. And he's a solid player. Nothing super elite. But you look at some numbers and the negatives about his game in the 2023 season. He had a good season, or the 2022 season. He had a 36th percentile pass rush grade, 30th percentile pass rush grade. He had a 30th percentile win rate and a 27th percentile run grade in the 2022 season. But he was able to get 8.5 sacks that season. So let's see what the dollar amount is. And this is the start of the Adam Peters, Dan Quinn era. They want guys that love getting to the football. Ball is life, according to Joe Witt Jr., and this is a guy that can get to the football and create a pass rush and get to the quarterback. So I like this signing. I think it's a solid signing for sure. I'm not going to give it a grade just yet, but I think it's a good, solid signing so far. And I would never, like we called ourselves the Washington Panthers and stuff like that last year, or the Ron Rivera era. I will never, ever call us the Washington, the team that we just signed him from. So I'll never, ever make that joke for sure. I'll never say that in my life. But, solid signing here. And we got more to go. They're also interested in Mike Onwenu from the Patriots. He played right tackle, has played guard, positional flex. He's played in the league for a couple of years, so he offers positional flex on the Patriots. So take a look at keep an eye out for him as well. And DeAndre Swift was signed by the Bears, so a lot of people, there was a lot of smoke and fire about us having interest in DeAndre Swift. And look, start 12:01, he already signed on the line with the Bears. So all right, you guys, hello Commanders, peace.